Good morning, it is 6:33 and this is my new stove. So this is the first thing I'm going to cook, is going to try and make an omelet. So let's see how this does, cooking with gas again. Oh, so beautiful. And so I set kind of medium low. I'm going to set the camera maybe down here. It doesn't work. Okay, we'll figure it out. First things first is I cut up some onion, and I have some butter, so I'll put a little butter in the pan as it heats, and then I'll saute the onion, scramble up the eggs, add those in quickly, and then hopefully eat. So when taking the butter, you don't need that much, probably less than a tablespoon. Just make sure you don't put any paper in there. Alright, so the butter is in the pan, melting away. Then we'll add the onion. And we'll let that saute for probably 2-3 minutes. So we see that the onions are starting to brown. So now we're all set with those. We can add in the eggs to the pan, which is now hot and kind of greased up. And then we'll quickly move these. Alright, so now we're going to crack the eggs and then mix those up with a touch of water. The onions, I'm shaking them on the stove, starting to brown up, so we'll turn down the heat. Alright, so we're going to do a 2-egg omelet this morning. Whoop. Here's a 1. There's a 2. A little salt. A little pepper. A splash of water. Grab a fork. Alright, so those are pretty well whipped up. And now we will check our onions. Alright, so add a little more butter and in go the eggs. You do, okay, move them around, coat the pan. Now I've heard a couple different things as far as cooking eggs slowly versus cooking them quickly with a hot pan. The common consensus now is that slower heat over a longer period of time makes for softer eggs, but sometimes in the morning you're just really hungry. So the next step is, if I hadn't tossed my fork in, you start kind of pulling back the eggs here, and then you slide the egg down so it fills that hole, swirl it around, and this is kind of how you make that fluffier omelet. And so this is starting to set up pretty pretty well. So if you have any other toppings, you'll start adding those. Let's just fill in the little gaps here. Trying to make a pretty omelet for the YouTube. Okay, so I'm going to add a little cheese, a little sharp cheddar, and so we'll add that in, and then we'll finish this up. Okay, so I've kind of shimmied the omelet around, flipped it over, make sure it finishes cooking. The beautiful thing about eggs is they cook very quickly. So we started about 11 minutes ago. It is now 6:42, and then this is done. So we cut the heat, and then shake it, keep it loose, and that's crucial of like how much butter you put in the pan early on to make sure that it's loose and easy to release from the pan. So give a little pan, slide it out, and there you go. Breakfast in 10 minutes. That's the first omelet on my new stove. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day.